All right, so we've got a pretty hefty stack here. Marketing materials, product descriptions, FAQs, all about AI marketing platforms. Looks like you're ready to add some AI to your marketing, and that is a very smart move. So we're here to help you sort through all this and figure out what platform might be the best for you.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see how this whole landscape, it's just exploded. We went from a few major players to this huge ecosystem of
Hmm.
platforms, all with their own unique, angle on AI marketing.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of unique, one that really caught my eye was AIbicus. What stood out to me is that they're not trying to be just another ChatGPT.
Hmm.
They're really leaning into this idea of having your own private AI organization, something that learns specifically what you need and works only for you.
And that's huge. If you think about it, with a lot of these platforms, your data is basically being used to train their general model. So it benefits everyone using the platform. But with AI Picus, you're building a custom AI system that becomes more and more aligned with your
Mm-hmm.
brand, your voice, your specific goals. That's really powerful.
For sure. And you know what else is powerful? The pricing. I was really surprised. They have a pay-as-you-go model starting at just $3.99. Unlimited downloads, unlimited prompts, 5 terabytes of storage on AWS. It almost sounds too good to be true.
Well, it really shows their focus on making AI accessible, I
Mhm.
think. Traditionally, AI tools have been really expensive, so only the big companies with big budgets could use them. But this type of pricing structure opens it up to smaller businesses, startups, even individuals who want to get started with AI.
Okay, so we've got private, affordable, scalable, but what can AIbicus actually do? Well, from what I've seen, it seems like they have tools for everything. Content creation, marketing proposals, website building, sales funnels, even invoice generation. They've really thought of everything.
It's a pretty comprehensive suite of tools. And what I find interesting is it's not just focused on one specific part of marketing. They're providing tools that can be used
What?
across different departments for different purposes. That kind of versatility is really valuable,
Hmm.
especially for businesses that want to streamline and just be more efficient overall.
Yeah. And speaking of efficiency, let's take a step back and talk about the bigger picture of AI marketing. The
Hmm.
stuff you sent over highlighted some pretty incredible benefits: increased creativity, better productivity, saving tons of time, not to mention having access to these cutting edge AI models.
Imagine, you mentioned wanting to boost your content creation. Imagine just effortlessly creating,
Right.
really high quality blog posts, social media updates, even video scripts
Yeah.
that perfectly capture your brand and
Or,
really resonate with your target audience. That's what AI marketing is all about.
right. No more staring at a blank page. Writer's block is a thing of the past. But it goes beyond just writing. What I was really impressed by was Apicus's ability to create really amazing visuals, like hero images for your website, or even those motion graphics you see in those video ads. Remember that app, Motion Maker, that was
Mhm.
so popular? AI Apicus can do all that and more. And you don't even need any design skills.
Yeah, it's a total game changer,
Yeah.
especially for businesses that maybe don't have their own designers
Yeah.
or can't afford to hire freelancers. Now they can create those professional visuals
Yeah.
that would have been out of reach before.
So it sounds like AI Picas can take a lot off your plate, all those tedious tasks that eat up your time,
Yeah.
so you can focus on the strategy. But of course, you're probably wondering, does it actually work? Is it really that user friendly? Especially if you're not, a tech expert.
Well, thankfully you've got some of the FAQs here
Yeah.
from AI Picus. So let's dive into those and see what they have to say.
Well, I think one of the first things people worry about with any new tech, especially AI, is if it's going to be easy to use.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to spend hours just figuring out how to use the platform.
Exactly. And it looks like AI Picus. They've really made ease of use a priority. They actually say you can get full functionality with minimal input.
Okay, that's good to hear,
Yeah.
especially for those of us who aren't exactly tech wizards. But what if you're already using a bunch of other marketing tools? How does AI Picus fit in with everything else? That's a great question. You don't want to switch to a new platform only to find out it doesn't work with what you're already using.
Mm.
But it seems like AI Picus has that covered. They talk about seamless integration in their FAQs. So it should work with the systems you already have in place.
All right, so integration's taken care of. What about updates? Keeping software up to date can be a real pain, but it's so important for security and performance.
Absolutely. And it looks like Apicus has automated that. Their platform automatically updates with the latest AI models. So you don't have to manually download or install anything.
So it's kind of like set it and forget it, which is great for saving time. Now let's talk about something that's probably top of mind for everyone, especially when you're dealing with sensitive information: security. How does AIPicus make sure that your data is protected?
Yeah, security is super important these days, and it looks like AI because it's taking it seriously. They mentioned using advanced security features, enhanced by AI to protect your data.
Hmm.
And remember, because you're building your own private AI organization, your data isn't being fed into some massive public model.
Right, that private AI model is a big deal. It means you have more control over your data and how it's used. Speaking of control, I noticed this feature called Vault Storage. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Vault Storage is basically a central system where you can keep all your content that you create with AI Picus. Articles, images, videos, everything. It's like your own personal content library.
So no more searching endlessly for that one file you created months ago.
Exactly. It keeps everything organized. And it also helps you collaborate with your team. You can share files, work on projects together, no matter where you are.
That's perfect for remote teams or anyone who works with freelancers. Okay, so we've talked about ease of use, integration, security, even file management. But the big question is, can AIPicus actually help you achieve your marketing goals? I mean, all these features sound amazing, but do they actually translate into real-world results?
Well, based on what we've seen, it looks like they've designed their features to address a pretty wide range of marketing objectives. Like you mentioned, wanting to increase lead generation. Apicus has this feature called magic hooks.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. They say these AI-generated hooks can really boost conversion rates. How do they actually work? What makes them so magical?
Well, basically, these magic hooks, they use AI to analyze huge amounts of data and figure out the most effective language patterns, the emotional triggers, the persuasive techniques that really resonate with specific audiences.
So it's not just about writing a catchy headline. It's about using data to understand what makes people take action.
Exactly. And it goes beyond just hooks. Aopicus has tools for generating those scroll-stopping ads we talked about, hero images, even hyper-realistic AI images to make your visuals even better.
Hyper-realistic AI images. What exactly does that mean?
Think of images that are so realistic you can't even tell they're not photographs.
Yeah.
Aopicus can create those kinds of images,
Yeah.
which are super powerful for grabbing attention
Yeah.
and evoking emotion in your marketing.
Wow, it's like having Hollywood-level visuals, but for everyday marketers. And what about video?
Well, we already talked about the motion graphics, but they can also help you make personalized videos tailored to a specific business or even a specific customer. Imagine sending a personalized video message to every new lead, welcoming them by name, and showcasing a product they looked at on your website.
That's amazing. It really shows how AI can create a more human-centered marketing experience, even on a large scale.
Exactly. And that brings us back to strategy. Aepicus isn't just about giving you a bunch of cool tools. They also want to help you build a solid marketing strategy. Remember those free bonuses we talked about?
Yeah, the personalized consultation with an AI expert and that ebook on digital marketing strategy, those could be really helpful, especially for someone just getting started with AI marketing.
For sure. And they also have a webinar on AI trends to help you stay ahead of the curve.
So it seems like Avicus has a lot to offer. But before we get too excited, let's think about some potential downsides. Are there any red flags? Anything we should be cautious about?
Well, like with any new technology, I think it's important to be a little skeptical. One potential issue is becoming too reliant on AI. We have to remember that AI is a tool. It's not a replacement for human judgment and creativity.
Yeah, I totally agree. We need to use AI responsibly and ethically. It's not about letting the machines take over. It's about using them to enhance our own capabilities and make better decisions.
Another thing to consider is the cost. While AIPicus is pretty affordable compared to other platforms, it's still an investment. You have to think carefully if the potential benefits outweigh the costs for your business.
That's a good point. It's not a decision to make lightly, but their pay-as-you-go option definitely makes it more accessible and lets you scale up as you need to.
Exactly. It's a low-risk way to try out AI marketing and see if it's right for you.
So we've talked about the pros and cons, and it seems like Aepicus has a lot of potential. But before we wrap up, I want to bring it back to the human element. In a world that's becoming more and more automated, how do we make sure our marketing stays authentic and human-centered?
That's a really important question. And I think the key is to remember that AI should be used to help us connect with people better, not to replace those connections altogether.
Right. AI can help us personalize messages, optimize campaigns, reach the right people at the right time. But it's up to us as marketers to make sure our messages are genuine, empathetic, and resonate with people on a human level.
And that's where community comes in. Remember, AI because offers access to a community. where users can connect with each other,
Hmm.
share their experiences, learn from experts.
That's a great resource. Especially for people who are new to AI marketing, it reminds us that we're not in this alone. There's a whole group of people
Hmm.
who are figuring this out together.
Exactly. That sense of community helps us stay grounded and focused on the human side of marketing, even as we embrace all this new AI technology.
Okay, so we've covered a lot today, from the specific features of AI to the bigger impact of AI on marketing. It's clear that AI is changing how we connect with our audiences.
It's a really exciting time to be a marketer. And platforms like AI Pickus
Hmm.
are giving businesses of all sizes the power to use AI and achieve their goals.
But like we've been discussing, it's important to approach AI with a balanced view. We need to use it thoughtfully and ethically, always keeping the human experience in mind. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts. What stood out to you the most about AI Pickus? Which features are you most excited to try?
Yeah, it really feels like AI is less about if at this point
Hmm.
and more about when and how, especially for us marketers.
And platforms like APS are making that transition so much easier for everyone. It's really amazing what they've done.
Definitely. And you know what makes it even better? They have a free trial. So you can really test out all these features,
Hmm?
play around with the platform, and see if it's a good fit before you commit to anything.
That's a great way to get people comfortable. I mean, some people might be hesitant to try a new platform. This way they can really experience AI Pickus for themselves
Hmm.
and see how powerful it is. Absolutely. So even if you're not totally convinced about AI Pickus yet, I think this deep dive has given you a good sense of what's possible with AI marketing. It's like a whole new world opening up.
Yeah, and that's what's so exciting about this field. It's constantly changing and evolving. New platforms and tools are popping up all the time. The key is to stay curious, keep exploring, and be open to trying new things to find what works for you.
We're all kind of like pioneers in this uncharted territory of AI marketing, figuring things out as we go. It's pretty exciting, right?
It is. There's this real sense of discovery, and who knows what incredible things are coming next.
I think it's safe to say that AI isn't some futuristic concept anymore. It's here, it's powerful, and it's available to anyone who wants to use it.
And AI Pickus is leading the way. They're making AI marketing a reality for everyone.
So as we wrap things up here, I want to leave you with this. Don't be afraid to experiment, to try new things, to push the limits of what you can do with AI. You might just discover a whole new level of creativity and effectiveness in your marketing that you never thought possible.
The marketing landscape is transforming rapidly, and those who are willing to adapt and learn will be the ones who succeed.
So go out there and conquer the marketing world, armed with the power of AI. And let us know how it goes. We'd love to hear about your successes. Happy marketing, everyone!